GTA 5 cost $265 million to make, but on its first day it earned $800 million. That's more than 3 times its development cost in just 24 hours. Only 3 days later it crossed $1 billion, breaking gaming entertainment records around the world. More than 200 million people bought the game, and now comes GTA 6. Grand Theft Auto 6 is the most expensive video game ever made. It's cost around $2 billion to develop. That's even more than construction cost of the Burj Khalifa. But almost nobody knows how this legendary game was created. The story begins with a young man who lost his factory job and one small mistake that helped create one of the greatest games in history. Let's find out. Back in 1987, David Jones was just an ordinary factory worker in Scotland. Every morning he went to work. Every evening he came home. Life was simple. Then one day everything changed. The factory no longer needed him. He lost his job. For most people that would have been the end of the story, but for David it was the beginning of something much bigger. Instead of searching for another factory job, he used his savings to buy an Amiga 1000 computer. It was a risky decision. Many people probably thought he was making a mistake. Remember, this was in 1980s. There was no YouTube, no online courses, no artificial intelligence, nobody to teach him. So David thought himself. He spent hours every day learning how to writing code and build games. Months later he finished his first game. It was not a huge success, but it sold enough copies to give him confidence. For the first time, David believed he could build a real game company. So he called a few friends. None of them were famous. Most of them had very little experience. They were simply young people who loved making games. Together they started a small studio called DMA Design. The office was small, money was tight, but they never stopped building games. Then one day something unexpected happened. One of David's teammates, Mike Daly, was testing a tiny animated character. Another teammate looked at it and smiled. He said, "There is a game in that." The 4 words changed everything. That small idea became a Lemmings. Nobody expected it become a huge success, but it did. Lemmings sold more than 20 million copies around the world. David became a successful. His company was growing fast. Most people would have continued making more Lemmings games. So it was the safe choice, but David wanted to build something completely different. David team started working on the new project called Race and Chase. The idea was simple. Players could drive around a city as either a police officer or criminal. Then something happened that nobody expected. A bug appeared in the game. The police car stopped behaving normally. Instead of driving properly, they crashed into walls. They hit each other. They chased the player in crazy and unpredictable ways. The developers started laughing. Instead of removing the bugs, they added even more freedom, more action, more exploration, more vehicles, more place to explore. Instead of telling players exactly what to do, they gave them a city and said, "Go have fun." The project also got a new name, Grand Theft Auto. When the first GTA was released in 1997, the game sold hundreds of thousands of copies and became one of the most talked about games in the history. Around the same time, two brothers named Sam Houser and Dan Houser discovered GTA. Interestingly, they were not game developers. They came from the music business. When Sam played GTA for the first time, he saw something different. The graphics were not the best, but the freedom was unlike anything he had ever experienced. He believed GTA could become a much bigger. Sam and Dan started Rockstar businesses. Their goal was simple. They did not want to make ordinary games. They wanted to create games people would never forget. A few years later, Rockstar worked with the original Scottish development team to rebuild GTA from the ground up. This time they created a fully 3D world. Player could drive anywhere, walk anywhere. In 2001, GTA 3 was released. It changed gaming forever. Then came Vice City, then San Andreas, then GTA 4. Each game became bigger than the last. Finally, in 2013, Rockstar released GTA 5. It earned $800 million on its first day. It crossed $1 billion in only 3 days. Even today, millions of people still play it every single week. That's the story of Grand Theft Auto. What can we learn from this? Sometimes your biggest opportunity is hidden inside your biggest problem. Keep learning, keep improving, and don't be afraid to trying something different.